did the Billboard Top 100 start to suck? We are going through every Billboard chart from 1996 to 2024 so you can see exactly what went wrong. 20 good songs means it's a good year, and less than that means that things are going south. And oh boy, do they eventually go south. At the end of the video, we'll give the best years, the worst years, and of course, what you've all been waiting for, the year that Billboard breaks bad. We are starting off with the Billboard 100 of 1996, and this was the beginning of my branching out from my parents' excellent vinyl collection and their radio listening habits. This was my introduction to pop music, and darn good one. A darn good year of music in 96 with exactly 30 songs. I loved 30 out of 100 with the Macarena, Ironic, Name, You Learn, One of Us, Just a Girl, If It Makes You Happy. We got Metallica, Pearl Jam, Hootie and the Blowfish, a near perfect top 100. Even the bad songs in 1996 were good. 1997, we got 35 of the greatest hit singles to grace the charts so far in my young life. Back in 1997, I would have been 12. Wow. Barbie Girl, No Diggity, Tub Thumping, Savage Garden, Sister Hazel, The Verve Pipe. Oh. 1998, we're moving right along through the years, through the decades. 28 lovely hit songs of 1998. Not as many as the previous years, but still really strong in terms of alternative and hip-hop tracks. Some Savage Garden action, Elton John about Princess Diana, Third Eye Blind, Paula Cole, remember her? The Titanic song by Celine Dion, Will Smith, Usher, the Crush song, more Will Smith, and Aerosmith doing the Armageddon power ballad. Oh man, it just keeps going, and the 90s were so great. Chumbawamba, All Saints, One Week by Bare Naked Ladies, Cruel, Cruel Summer, Bittersweet Symphony, Jewel. And now we're at the next year, 1999, an astounding 54 hit singles that rocked my world. Rock, pop, hip hop, country, they're all just showing their best side and succeeding in every way in 1999. I guess it makes sense because from 96 to 98 and into 99, I was taking all the music available to me, and as a millennium, coming to an end, I kind of had a good idea of who was putting out the gold, the good stuff. We got Cher, TLC, Monica, Britney, Sixpence None the Richer, Christina Aguilera, remember her? Sugar Ray, Smash Mouth, Santana, Everlast, Lenny Kravitz, Chili Peppers, LFO, Jay-Z, Citizen King, that was a good band, Tal Botman, not Machine Gun Kelly, it was Matchbox 20, The Mambo, number 5, and Livin' La Vida Loca. Holy crap, can we go back to 1999? We got to keep going forward though, and I know that eventually my excitement is going to turn into like anger as we get farther into the future, right? The year 2000, we survived 99. We had to reset all our clocks on our computers. And now we got 49 songs in 2000. Again, coming out of the big genres, rock, pop, hip hop, and country. I don't want to ramble about all 49, but some of these highlights, the year that Skynet took over, Santana, Vertical Horizon. They made me try out their album, trying to get them into my favorite bands list. Didn't quite work out for Vertical Horizon. But we had Matchbox 20, Creed, The Thong Song. Kryptonite was a big one. That got played way too much. Pink, Blink, Smash Mouth, Everclear, Kid Rock, Train. This is what a really good Billboard year looks like. And, maybe Billboard is still good, but I don't think so. We're getting there. Moving on to the year 2001, a musical odyssey, right? 50 songs topped the charts in 2001. one for me out of 100. So we got half and half with Lifehouse, Train, Shaggy, Stained, Uncle Cracker going solo from Kid Rock for the first time. Crazy Town, Dave Matthews Band, U2, Eve 6, and Outkast, and Fuel all had really good hits in 2001. And in 2002, we got 46 of the top 100 that I enjoyed. Nickelback and Linkin Park are blowing up in 2002, and Puddle of Mudd seemed like they're going to be the next big metal band back then. Didn't quite turn out that way. Eminem, Default, underrated Canadian band. Sheryl Crow, Frolicking on a Beach. I wanted her to stay more alternative, but God bless her. Sheryl Crow got a new album coming out pretty soon. But back to 2002. No doubt, Alanis Morissette and Avril just doing really amazing hit singles. Now we're at the Billboard Top 100 of 2003. 41 great hit songs the year I graduated high school. Woohoo! Lots of quality rock and rap, even some country in 2003. Kid Rock's Picture was everywhere. I remember going to the prom, and that was like the big prom song. I put your picture away. Avril Lavigne, Eminem were running around together. Maybe, I don't know, that could happen. And Trapped thought they were about to be the next Beatles there for a few seconds. That was scary. You know, I like Headstrong, but I would say maybe don't listen to Trapped. Maybe listen to Audio Slave instead. There, that's my suggestion. Trapped is okay. They're all right. 2000, they're not. 2004. 2004 is a really good year with 47 great songs. And gosh darn, the 2000s in single digits are just good. Here you can hear Usher say "yeah" about 2004 times, so that's interesting and poetic. Maroon 5 were good this year. Outkast crossed genre lines with Hey Ya. Everybody and their great-great-grandmother was like, shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. But then Polaroid was like, don't do that. You're not supposed to shake them. And people are like, wait, what's a Polaroid? Y'all don't want to hear this. You just want to dance. Also, in 2004, we had Evanescence, really hard to spell, Jay-Z, non-crazy Kanye West, and a non-broken up and reunited, No Doubt. A perfect year to start and drop out of college, if you ask me. 2005, 37 great hit singles out of the 100, and oh my lord, a lot of Green Day popping up in this chart, a lot of rock and roll all up in there. Finally, some punk rock and Green Day. This is what I've been waiting on. Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Holiday, Wake Me Up When September Ends, all charting in 2005. Wow. Gwen Stefani began her solo career, which was fantastic. Weezer, Papa Roach, Black Eyed Peas, and those lovely Lady Lumps. The most romantic song ever written. Fall Out Boy, Foo Fighters, such an epic year for rock and roll. Highly recommend revisiting 2005. Just a lot of really strong songs from really great artists that deserve to be in the top 100. Freaking Billboard charts. It gets really bad later on. 2006, we got 40 wonderful hits. Still a lot of rock in the top 100. James Blunt had his moment of fame. Fergie, RHCP, Hinder, Fall Out Boy, Nickelback, Blue October hitting the scene. That was a big one. That was a really great discovery for me. Blue October, real emotional stuff there. Gorillaz having huge success amongst the hip-hop and pop stuff. The hip-hop was starting to get a little bit goofy in 2006, but still very good, very listenable at this point in history, 2006. So this would have been, I'm 38 in 2024. So I would have been about 21 around this time in 2006. Not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by 2007 with 32 lovely songs. We got Avril Lavigne, the Fall Out Boys, Quarterback, Hinder, and even Red Jumpsuit Apparatus making a crack into the top 100. Finger 11 getting some Billboard action. That's a really, it's kind of a weird flavor of rock and roll, but there was like the tides were turning, but it was pretty good. It was like, okay, Finger 11 and Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, they're not the best rock bands in the world, but they were doing some really interesting stuff at the time. 2007, another rocking year. 2008, I remember then and now that there was a noticeable shift away from rock and roll in 2008. I enjoyed 23 songs out of the top 100, and there's a lot of pop, there's a lot of hip hop pushing out the rock and country. I do remember Flowbots being a big thing with the I can ride my bike with no handlebars, and I can destroy the world with a hola blah, with a bola blah. 2008 was when downloading music was kind of becoming super prevalent. So there was a big shake-up in the music industry as a whole. Rock had Coldplay and Buckcherry being very sorry. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry about Linkin Park and Kid Rock also smashing up the charts in 2008. Pretty darn good stuff. 2009, I have 39 Billboard songs that I enjoy seeing a comeback from a somewhat lackluster 2008. 2009 has singles from Green Day, Shinedown, Linkin Park. Again, just all three of them having massive charting success in 2009. Glad to see Green Day in the charts. They don't show up as many times as you think, although I did skip 94, so that was probably the big charting success for Green Day, right? 2010, I enjoyed 24 of the top 100. The rock and the country are just getting obliterated in this new decade. But there's still a good batch of kind of rocky, poppy stuff, kind of like Kings of Leon and Uncle Kracker, which sadly are about the most metal thing in 2010 to chart. But I haven't really talked about them here on the channel, but I'm not a big fan of Kings of Leon. Eminem still doing big business in 2010. He had some good singles that year as well. 2011 in Billboard, we have 18 good songs. And man, looking at the 2011 Billboard charts, I'm not seeing any rock in the mix. Wait a minute, we've got Avril Lavigne, so she's still carrying the rock and roll torch of the chart-topping rock and roll. So woohoo! Good job, Avril Lavigne. Oh boy. Oh, and I forgot about CeeLo Green. I didn't mean to forget you and forget your song too. If I was richer, I'd still be richer. I got some shit. Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best with the forget you and forget the edited version too. And so 2011, we had Adele and Pink in there as well, keeping my ears perked up. Here's the funny thing about 2011. We got FU, we got Effin' Perfect. So 2011, just a profanity-laden time. Definitely a lower point as time goes by, but we will see what the remaining years do after a very disappointing 2011 in terms of popular songs. 2012, I believe the world was supposed to end this year as well, and it did not. 18 songs again, kind of holding steady from 2011, but there's not even an Avril Lavigne song, or Lavigne, excuse me, that she's not there to save rock and roll this time. Is there any rock in 2012? We've got Maroon 5 and the Neon Trees, looking like the big two of heavy metal compared to the rest of the stuff in 2012. Almost entirely smoothed out poppy hip hop or hip hop inspired pop. Bad year for rock, 2012. There is a few things. You got Gautier with Somebody That I Used to Know, Adele, Katy Perry, and Linkin Park. Linkin Park did barely make the 100th spot with Burn It Down. So I'm glad that Linkin Park got in there. They just slid under the door like Indiana Jones. But that's like their worst single. So I don't know. I'm not crazy about Living Things or that era of Linkin Park. I like all the other eras though. 2013, lucky 2013. We got 15 good songs out of 100. Shout out to Fall Out Boy for carrying the rock and roll torch this time around in 2013. But did their success in this year inspire them to go poppier with the likes of Macklemore and Robin Thicke and Imagine Dragons? At least they course corrected later on with Stardust, right? My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark, certainly saving 2013, which is otherwise a pretty abysmal year in my music, according to my ears. Ear one, ear two. 2014, we got 10 songs. 10% of the musical charts are something that I enjoy. And even the best stuff is coming from Lorde, which isn't really that good, right? Pompeii by Bastille was pretty good. Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, whoever that is, was pretty good. And then it's just all like this bland One Republic, One Direction, poppy. It's not even pop. It's like poppy hop, just stuff that I've never heard of. And I know I was getting older in 2014. I was 28, 29 in that year. But yeah, just real big disconnect in 2014 as I was 28 turning 29. Then we got 2015. I guess a big year because I would have been 30, 31 in 2015. And this is bad. 2015 was real freaking bad. I think in my notes here, I have Hot Garbage Puke Fest. Please don't make me listen to this year ever again. But there are 4 good songs from 2015. Love Me Like You Do, Hello by Adele, Renegades, and X's and O's by Ellie King. I remember having a crisis trying to Google X's and O's, and like the information I had was so scattered. I was like, and I was trying not to be mean, but I was like, a not skinny blonde girl had catchy song. Can't think of it. And it took me so long to track down X's and O's. And I felt so bad, but I didn't know how to describe it. I was like a girl in good shape with blonde hair and a song. You guys ever try to Google something like that? I found it. I freaking found it though. But when that is your highlight, when Renegades and Adele and X's and O's, when those are the only songs that are good, 2015, barftastic year. Oh, and Fall Out Boy were in there as well with their horrible single, Centuries. I don't like that one. I'm positive most of the time, but man, that was a stinker. 2015, blow it. All right, 2016, again, 4 songs that are good. One of them being Tim McGraw, so congrats to him for kind of spicing things up with a good country song there. Just a little tiny bit. And one of these carried over from 2015, so just 2016, not really memorable. 2016, trendsetters. You guys know who you were back then. You should have let Green Day's Revolution Radio take over this chart a little bit with Bang Bang and all those singles, they were good. You should have got Forever Now, Somewhere Now in those charts, but you failed, you trendsetters from 2016. Ridiculous. You failed. Truly terrible. You know what else is truly terrible? 2017. And this is the first year my friends and family, and people watching, 2017 was just absolute zero. If the top 100 songs were the only songs in 2017, I guess I'd be listening to a lot of Imagine Dragons then, because I'd be a fan of Imagine Dragons, because these 100 songs, this is like the worst 100 songs of 2017. I mean, 2017 Billboard is the 100 worst songs compiled I've ever seen in my life. If I was forced to listen to one song from this list in 2017, I guess Feel It Still by Portugal the Man, although I would try to get away halfway through my capture because that song's not that great. I tried to get into that band, meh. It got worse. 2018, I'm going to lose my freaking mind, man. How did it get worse than that? It got worse. Again, Imagine Dragons having several songs here. And I guess, that's about... I guess I could listen to Thunder occasionally and be okay, but man... I'm gonna take silence for 500, please. You know a list is bad when Believer by Imagine Dragons comes in last place and it's the best song in the bunch. That's what's going on in 2018. If time travel is ever invented, do not ever go to 2018. Or if you do, don't turn on the radio. Just pull out Green Day's Greatest Hits compilation, God's Favorite Band, and just do what you can with that, because it's out. It's out there in 2018. Good Lord. Fuck. 2019, we're going through these years like crazy. 2019, we got 2 good songs. Thank goodness. We might be turning this thing around, right? Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Sounding like Donkey Kong in the Jungle. I like that a lot. And Truth Hurts by Lizzo. So 2019, you suck, but I really like those 2 songs a whole lot. And then 2020, has it been 4 years already? WAP. I forget what that stands for. But WAP and Good as Hell by Lizzo. So 2020, really terrible stinker of a year in terms of the other 98 songs, just like 2019. But, truth hurts. Yeah, you're dealing with some hurt and truth. Something, public enemy and Reagan youth. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, you're dealing with some... I cannot believe this devolution. This de-evolution, baby. But now we're in the year of our Lord, 2021. Sorry. I'm trying to be respectful here. I was surprised and happy to see a rock artist in the charts again, with Maneskin getting in there. But yeah, not that great. All the songs in 2021 are completely devoid of anything resembling entertainment. 2021, we're not through the list yet, but I'm going to call it while we're here. I think that 2021 might be the worst year in music of all history. Let's see if we can find some more WAP, shall we? In 2022, we had Gail spelling out the alphabet on the song A, B, C, D, E, F, you and your bum and your sister and your job and your broke but car, everybody but your dog. F you. And Adele's Easy hit number 4. So 2022 had 2 in 2022. So, pretty weak out of 100. Pretty bad. But still a couple of really good songs to enjoy. Thank you, 2022, for not sucking as much as the previous year. Now, real quick, just an editor's note. I do realize that a lot was going on in 2020, so maybe the production of music was halted, so 2021 and 2022 may have suffered from a lack of viable singles to put on this crummy list. Now we're in 2023, and Flowers by Miley Cyrus is all right. I actually prefer the Bowling for Soup version, but that's it. That's the only song in 2023 that just sounds like anything. It sounds like music. Everything else just bleh. Yeah, Miley Cyrus, Flowers. And 2024, I don't want to give this year an unfair shake, because right now I think only 5 songs have officially been added to the top 100 Billboard so far. But I gotta say, looking at those 5 songs, they all suck. It's a 0. The best and worst years. We'll start with the best, okay? 1999 was the year that popular music peaked. I was a freshman in high school and loved 54 of the top 100 Billboards, the only year that I loved the majority of popular music. Smash Mouth, Matchbox 20, Sugar Ray, the Dolls, Eagle Eye Cherry, Willie Smith, Big Willie Style, Lynn, Fastball, all the best music of all time in one top Billboard chart. Scrumptious stuff in 1999. I'm actually, for you guys, just for you, I'm going to leave a link to a Spotify playlist with all the best stuff from 1999 Billboard. Dang. Now for the absolute worst! The worst year in popular music of all time in space and coffee goes to 2021. Only thing I've heard in all from this mess is a Christmas song, which is the worst type of song that exists, and it's Screeched by Mariah Carey. That's the best of 2021. All the other hits of 2021, I have absolutely no knowledge of the artist or the songs. They all sound the same. I'm an old man yelling at clouds. Hey, teenagers, don't like new music. It's bad for you. Listen to Green Day, early era Nickelback. They're the best. Tell that Drake fellow to learn some words. Seriously, Drake is the... Drake, like, he needs to learn a word other than What year did music start to suck, though? According to this research we've just done, 2011 is the first bad year of music since 1996, with a steady decline in quality all the way up to present day of 2024. 2015 had the most drastic drop in numbers, falling from 10 good songs the previous year, 2014, all the way down to 4 songs in 2015. And from 2015 onward, just a couple good songs a year after that. Except for 2021, in which case Billboard Top 100 gathered together the worst possible noise compilation since 2017 across the globe, Barfarama! It's been a lot of fun mocking the popular music of Earth from 1996 to 2024, but let's get serious for a second. I was born in 1985 and fell in love with alternative rock in 1996 at age 11. I really enjoyed the Billboard charts from 1996 to 2010, and even after that, just a little tiny bit. And music is a wonderful thing where there is no right or wrong answer. Age does play a significant factor in this, and you know what? Even as I am approaching the age of 40, I'm still discovering new music. It's just not what the young people are playing. If you were born in 1999, you might think that 2010 is when popular music really started getting good. And I'm so glad. That's awesome. If you were born in 2006, that 2017 that made me barf a little bit might really get you in the feels. And it's your peak of musical perfection. My son, a Gen Alpha is what, not genre, but what generation. So if 11 is the magical age, the musical discovery age, then 2029 will be when my son thinks that the Billboard charts will be popping, or whatever the kids say in 2029 or 2030. Whoa. All music can be awesome, and all people can rock, and I love you.